Welcome to Scare Talk, a horror movie podcast for horror film reviews, ratings, rankings, and rumors. Now for your hosts, Danny, Joel, and Katrina.
Yeah. This is Scare Talk. I am Danny, and I am here by myself. We're just doing a quick little episode here, a little video. So we have Saw X, Saw 10, coming out in October. And I know it's a little early for Saw stuff, October movie stuff, but I have a little prediction, a little theory about what this movie could be about, or maybe what it should be about. Me and Katrina were watching the original Saw the other day, and so it got me to thinking about what this new film could possibly be about. And I came up with this idea, and I thought I better put this down somewhere, record it somewhere, so that everybody knows that it came from me back on March 31st at 7:35 p.m. All right. We'll see if my prediction comes true in October. So here's the idea. All right. So I was thinking, we know so much about Jigsaw. We know so much about John. This movie, from what we know, is going to be a Jigsaw-focused movie. Tobin Bell is the main character. He's the top billed cast. So it needs to take place sometime between 1 and 3. Potentially could take place before 1, but we have gotten so much information about his motivations and his first trap and his accomplices and the cancer and the miscarriage and the car wreck and all that. So we got a lot of information that would be like prequel stuff. So I don't think they're going to go there. If anything, they'll do a little bit of that, but I think it's mainly going to take place between Saw 1 and 3. Now, if you think back to Saw 7, Saw Final Chapter, 3D, whatever it's called, there we learn then that there is a group of survivors. Okay, the main dude in Saw 7 was a fraud. He was a part of this group, wrote a book and all this, and we find out that he was a fraud and he ends up getting into his own traps and blah 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 blah. So bottom line is, we know that there are survivors of Jigsaw. So I think this film, Saw X, is going to be about one of the survivors. It might be someone we saw in Saw 7, because there was like group meetings and stuff. It might be someone that we saw there. It might be just someone else. We just know that there's a group and there are survivors. So I think this movie, Saw X, is going to be about one of the survivors. So I think that might be the twist at the end, that this person actually lives. Also, of course, there needs to be more characters. So I think there's going to be some character development, and one of the characters is going to be like a good friend or a family member of the one who ends up surviving. And we're going to find out maybe toward the end of the movie that good friend or family member is who actually set this person up for Jigsaw to capture and put into a trap. We'll learn that this main character is like a horrible person. Of course, they have skeletons in their closet, and that's why Jigsaw would want them to be in a game. But we'll learn that one of their trusted friends or family members is who actually is responsible for getting them caught by Jigsaw, or this person told Jigsaw about all these horrible things that they did, and maybe somehow it's tied to Jigsaw or Jill or something like that. And maybe this person who is informing Jigsaw these things is then shown to be like an informant from all these other people who have been in traps in other movies. So then it ties into the whole series and not just, a couple of movies. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. I think that's what it's going to be about. I don't want it to just be a generic Saw movie. I want there to be some character development with these characters. I want there to be a twist. But I just don't know how much they can really do now that we know so much. I mean, we're on the 10th movie and he's been dead since the third movie. So I feel like there isn't a lot of room unless you really get dumb with it and do, more accomplice stuff, which I know I'm kind of talking about an accomplice with like being an informant, but more accomplices like the what was his name? Hoffman and Amanda and the doctor, and adding another person to the mix that is somehow helping Jigsaw making the traps and all this. You could do that. I hope they don't. Someone who just gives Jigsaw information, that's not too bad. I could see that, because how is Jigsaw really like learning about all the evil deeds of all these people that he's capturing? Someone's got to tell him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll probably do a prediction video once the trailer comes out for Saw X. But for now, this is my prediction. I'm sticking to it. Hope you guys enjoy, listening to this or watching this. We're on YouTube now. So, if you're on YouTube, make sure you're putting those comments down there and liking it and subscribing. If you're on the podcasting platforms, you're listening on Apple or something, follow the show, give us a like, give us a review, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. We got some great content coming up over the next few months. Horror is a booming. So look out for all that. This has been Scare Talk. Sleep tight. Don't let Danny's prediction bite.